What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Gear Garden. This week we are taking a look at the Featherstone Outdoor UL Granite 2P tent. Okay, so the first thing that I want to get into when talking about this tent is strictly price for weight ratio. This tent comes in at $129 when it's not on sale, $119 when it is on sale. This is identical to a tent that I have. It rhymes with Schmemo Schmagger. Literally the same basic principles, same everything. This has more, and it costs $129 versus $550, and it weighs almost the same, just coming in at over 4 pounds, but you can get it below if you need to. One of my favorite things about this tent is that it is freestanding. Sometimes we go from trekking pole, freestanding, semi-freestanding. This tent is super simple to set up. It's got the one large attached pole. It's got a big broad pole over the top to open up those walls to make it more vertical, give you more headroom. We got 43 inches of headroom at the top. It's super spacious. Okay, as far as livability goes, this tent is clutch for this reason. It is 51 inches wide, which a lot of tents actually come up short of that, where you cannot use two double wide pads, and it really makes a lot of people upset because we just want to have our space. Why can't you make it just a couple more inches? You know what I'm saying? It's also 84 inches long, so that's 7 feet. So you have plenty of room for gear at your head or your feet, or if you're by yourself like I am most of the time in my tent, you have room for gear next to your pad. So this tent only needs 4 stakes to set up if you're just using the mesh interior, but if you want to be like this and use the actual rainfly on top of it, I prefer 8 stakes. It really can be set up with 6. You got 4 corners, you got 2 on the rainfly, and then 2 on the ends to pull out that extra part of the fly so it doesn't touch your mesh, just to prevent less condensation. So I think 8's good. Another thing that I really like is that this has 2 zippers, and they're super easy to open just with one hand, which I find pretty uncommon on a lot of backpacking tents. Double entry, and we also have double tiebacks, so you can have a big breeze flowing through your tent if you have good weather, or you can just take this off completely and just sleep and look under the stars with the pretty mesh that's in there. This does have 2 side vents on the side with little triangle holes on the side of the tarp, so you can prop that open for extra ventilation. One thing I do wish this tent had, that if I had to critique one thing, is that the rainfly had 2 zippers, and that's so that I can keep it shut, but if I want to get some more airflow in there with the rainfly being shut, I can pull the top down a little more and make a crack in here, but that's just picking pieces apart. You know, I don't need that. But overall, I think it's a pretty stellar tent. Another thing that I find really awesome about this tent, for it only being $129, is that it comes with a footprint, which I probably won't use. I never usually use, but when you're buying other tents from big brands, those usually cost anywhere from $50 to $100, which is a complete ripoff. So please don't buy that if you have the choice. Just skip it. Buy Tyvek if you really want to feel comfortable, but don't buy that. And I also like that it has these really cool like Jake's feet set up. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but it's similar to the Nemo, where it can clip, and then it also has inserts for the poles, so it feels more secure, and I really enjoy using those. This tent also has plenty of room indoors. Like I said earlier, 43 inches of headroom. I'm nowhere near the top, 7 feet long. I got my pad and my quilt set up here. I have plenty of room for myself right here. I got my backpack down here. So there's 2 pockets, one on each side, and then this humongous pocket up here. You have plenty of storage space and plenty of livable space, especially for a solo backpacker. You know, if you want to endure weather or just hang out. It's a beautiful tent. Thanks again, guys, for watching the Gear Garden this week, and I want to thank Featherstone Outdoor for sending me this tent. I really appreciate you guys letting me do the review on this tent and trusting me to get the word out about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.